Today we are going to take a look at Boomchick. This is a very important tool for every fingerstyle guitar player, as it allows you to play interesting bass lines with a repeatable pattern of your right hand thumb and very little additional movement in your left hand. It is used in hundreds of fingerstyle songs, so sooner or later you'll definitely meet it. Now Boomchick is usually played with a thumb pick, which allows you to give it more kick and differentiate it from the melody played by your fingers, which in turn allows you to create even stronger illusion of multiple instruments playing at once. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the technique. This is how Boomchick can sound like. Notice that my left hand isn't doing anything, it just holds this one chord, while my right hand plays this pattern. 6, 4, 5, 4, 6, 4, 5, 4, 6, 4, 5, 4. Now, the interesting sound that it creates, this almost percussive sound, is created by muting the strings on which the Boomchick is played. The muting is done by this side of your palm, and it's done right at the saddle. Now let's take a look at your hand position in Boomchick. This position should be as close as possible to your natural hand position. The only difference is that you bend your wrist down to rest your palm on the strings. Okay? Once you do this, you play with your thumb, but not only with this part of your thumb, but with whole this section of your hand. Okay? It should enter almost in the middle of your hand, of your palm. Okay? It will allow you to give it enough force easily, and it will also utilize a little bit of gravity so that you can relax, hold this part and just let it go down. Okay? Without some excessive tension of those muscles. One important thing I want to mention at this point is hand stabilization. You should pay close attention to how movement of your thumb influence your fingers. If it disturbs the position of your fingers too much, it will be very hard to play the melody with them. So you have to pay attention to isolate the movement only to this part of your hand and keep your fingers as steady as possible. Of course, it's harder if you play without pinky support, but even then it's possible. Boomchick can be played on different sets of strings. The most basic version is this. So it's just 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, or 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4. More complex one is where you have 3 strings to use. Then it's, for example, 6, 4, 5, 4, 6, 4, 5, 4, 6, 4, 5, 4. Or if you play, for example, an A chord, it's 5, 4, 6, 4, 5, 4, 6, 4. If you play the chord with the bass note on the 4th string, then you have to move the Boomchick to strings 5th, 4th and 3rd. So it would be something like this. Of course, then you also have to mute one more string with this part of your hand. In the beginning it's a little hard to do it with precision, but with time you will start to feel how much of your palm you have to rest to grab 4 or 3 strings. Now let's take a look at how Boomchick behaves with different chord shapes. In E, you have or. In G, the situation is very similar. Or in A, it would be or. Now in C, we have this version. But if we want to make it 3 strings version, we have to either grab those 2 strings at the same time, so, or switch our 3rd finger between 5th and 6th. Like this. And finally in D, it's just 3 strings from 5th to 3rd. So in some situations you will also have to skip a string in a 3-string pattern, like this. For example, let's take A minor. So it's 5, 3, 6, 3. Now let me play for you a couple of standard chord progressions that you can stumble upon when learning new Boomchick songs. Notice that every time I set hold the chord, even if I don't play all the strings. I do it because then you will probably need those sounds as part of the melody. So this is C to F to G, so 1, 4, 5. You can also play it like this. This is E to A to B7. Notice how I switch with the bass at B7. This is D to A to B minor to G. So it's 1, 5, minor 6, 4. This is another 1, 5, minor 6, 4, this time in the key of A.